Hello, welcome guys, and thank you for hopping in here today. And thank you for being here. Thank you for clicking that link and hopping down here. Okay, today I'm going to share with you those three secrets which I took on to myself. Right, I did it on myself to reverse my psoriasis, which I had it for 25 odd years. Over the last 4 years, I have reversed my psoriasis, and I'm going to share those exact things which I took on to myself to reverse my psoriasis in this training, right? A free training which I am trying to address this and make you confident in getting your psoriasis reversed. Okay, so let's dive in directly. Let's not put in a lot of time, and I'll exactly show those, and let's begin in here. Okay, fine. So let me pull up my presentation here. I've got a small presentation to do, which I will run it through and I'll keep talking here. I hope I am good and audible and visible here. Okay, so reverse your psoriasis. This is a training session, how to build your psoriasis freedom. Okay, the way I did it, for the last 4 years, I'm free from it. Okay, after 25 years of being with it. Right, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a Hakim, neither I'm a Vaid also. I'm just a person like you, right, who took something, some efforts and some knowledge, some decisions, and some key things to do to reverse my psoriasis. Okay, it's just by doing. It is not just by hearing, and you keep on going to a lot of other YouTube channels and read a lot of things, but do not take any actions. I took actions onto myself, I took decisions, and then only started working onto me. Okay, I'm going to share exactly those three things. Just hang on here and we'll begin here. Okay. Okay, so my name is Anand. I'm now a non-psoriatic person, right? And a founder of Freedom from Psoriasis. That's the program which I run. That's the community which I take care of also. And I lead that community of 450 odd people now, presently, which are there into my program. And I'm now designated as an integrative lifestyle medicine and a life coach. Okay, great. So I've worked with Ericsson. Just a small background of myself, where do I come from and what I am to, so you can probably relate much better with me. Okay, so I've worked with Ericsson in a telecom company for 18 odd years. I've traveled and I've stayed across in 22 odd countries, working along with Ericsson, right from Africa to Eastern Europe, Western Europe, right. All of those countries, sub-Saharan, subcontinental countries, also all of those things. And I've been an entrepreneur, a dairy farmer, a brand builder, a franchisor, a digital entrepreneur, founder of Freedom from Psoriasis. That's what I do presently now, which I'm on to now. And I'm now a integrative lifestyle medicine and a life coach. Okay, so that's what I do, and that's what my small introduction is, just to take it out from. And thanks for being here, to taking out time today to watch this training session, which will explain you how to reverse your psoriasis sitting at your home comfort using the unique gut brain axis technique, the GBA formula, which repairs your gut and balances the gut microbiome, which sets right your body system, handling your emotions and getting your mindset right. Okay, and without you leaving your home or visiting a doctor or a clinic or a fancy resort or a retreat where you need to go and take out some time down there, taking those harmful antibiotics and going through those non-fruitful, painful diets which crave you out your life. Okay, so that's what I'm going to give you today. And I promise at the end of the webinar, at least I'll make that shift in you that psoriasis is reversible. At least that thing I'll make in you, and from there you can turn on to your confidence level and take the further actions. Okay, so I spent a lot of time, money, research, and developing this training for you guys. Right? Why? Because I want to see you and share you those secrets and see you out of psoriasis and live that freedom lifestyle. Okay, but before I start, I have something very important. Very important. Okay, it will not work if you don't do this. What's that? Make sure you watch this training till the end, please. Promise? It's for you. I'm out of psoriasis. I'm just trying to give you and share you those three things, right? So you can start reversing your psoriasis. Promise? Thank you. Okay, because my goal is to help you reverse your psoriasis and make you live that freedom lifestyle. Okay, and that can happen only if you watch this video training till the very end. Okay, okay, just to get you my whom am I learning from, and where do I get this knowledge, where I got this knowledge from, where am I taking it, and who I'm with, how am I applying them on myself, how did I apply them, and where, what, who has done all those kind of thing, who has got that shift into me, into my body, into my mind, into my soul, into my doing things also, right? My coach are B.M. Negri and Bruce Lipton, Dr. Bruce Lipton. My spiritual gurus are my family guru, Satyath Swamiji, and Sri Sri Ravi Shankarji, whom I follow, my Guruji. And personal development, which I am into also, right? I'm a lifestyle coach, which I have designated, and this designation is there. And that's through Bob Proctor, right? Which I'm learning from. He's late now, and Steve Harwaker. Okay, these are the people whom I'm getting mentored from. Why so many of them? Because each of them have a different kind of effect onto me on different kind of aspects or dimensions of life, right? So every one of them are trying to mold me in certain. I'm trying to get mold, and let me say in that manner, I'm trying to get mold, getting mentored through these people, right? From my gurujis also, from my spiritual gurujis also, all with all great regards, with a lot of trust in all these people, I have transformed myself to whom I am now today. Okay, I have great respect to these people. I bow them. I have just surrendered to them, and I tell every one of them that you need a mentor in your life, right? You can choose anyone you feel right, you can follow, and whom you resonate with. How do you find your mentor? Mentor is whom you start resonating with, right? Or the way what are you trying to find in your life? If you can start resonating with them, start with that. You will eventually get probably all these kind of different dimensions of your mentors also. Okay, great. Thank you. So I'm also getting certified from Institute of Integrative Nutrition, and PGI, Proctor Gallagher Institute, right? I said Indian because I have been mentored in IIT and Ahmedabad also, so that just came to my mind. But in this perspective, which I am into, is an IIN, which I am doing it from the US, the Integrative Institute of Integrative Medicines, Nutritions, and PGI, Proctor Gallagher Institute, which is PGI is a development, right? Personal development headed by Proctor Gall, right? Bob Proctor, which is there. And I've spent more than 15 plus lakh rupees on myself, spending on these medicines which I have done from my psoriasis, and researching and learning and getting up to this mark where I am to delivering these kind of things to you people now. Okay, it's been painful. In this journey, I myself have reversed my psoriasis 4 years back. I now run a program. I have impacted more than 4,000 plus odd people. Probably more than that. I don't know how many people have been on to my trainings like this and webinars which I had done earlier also. I drive a community of 450 plus people now, right, reversing this psoriasis. 180 odd people have already experienced their freedom, and I have documented them. A few of them have allowed me to put their interviews on social media onto my YouTube channel. A few of them are not allowed because this is not an easy thing to come out with and talk about. And you go out on the social media and shout about this. These are not these kind of things. People don't like. Some people are okay to do it. So people who have given me permission to do that, I have published them onto my YouTube channel. Okay, not only psoriasis, but see, doing this, right, with 90% success rate, and I'm pretty much 100% solution on reversing in 90 to 365 days. 90% of the people in the community are getting results. So I could say eventually about 100% of the solution works, right? It depends on the person how he is doing. How is he doing that kind of thing which I have told them to do also. So not only psoriasis, but other ailments like IBS, thyroid, BP, and other autoimmune, skin autoimmune disorders, mental health, and strong mindset. That's what starts changing. All these kind of things. But I only specialize in psoriasis. I only teach and preach and talk and take you through the challenge of reversing your psoriasis. But rest, what all happens into your, or all transformation happens, good transformation happens into your life is a bonus, right? All this IBS, thyroid, whatever gets reversed, it's all a bonus, right? But I don't focus on that because the system remains the same, the process remains the same. Okay, fine. So now my results, right? This was horrible. You could have seen, you've just seen the pictures. You could have pulled your chair back. But this is not this is not the same which I was for all 25 years of mine, right? Right from 1992, which I had psoriasis, it was not like this. Psoriasis was this worst like this. This picture is from 2000, somewhere 16 or mid. I was like this. Till 2017, I was like this itself. This is my hand. You can match the lines on the hand to the picture which is there. Okay, and that's my cough also. And in 2000, February 2018, 11, 12 months, not 12 to 13 months down the line, I was like this. This transformation only happened because I took a decision. I followed my mentors. I followed what my mentors told me to do. Right? I just surrendered to them and I just followed it without a doubt or iota of a doubt also putting onto them. Not looking here and there, just one thing. No monkey mind effects, right? Monkey mind is you are on one branch today, tomorrow another branch. So that's called a monkey mind effect. Without having a monkey mind effect, it is just one way, one process, one method, one instruction. I just went through and did this because I believe the process was right. Okay, this is what I happened and why am I doing what am I doing now? Right? Why am I recording this training? Why am I trying to tell you all these things? Why am I become so emotional while I tell all these kind of things? Is because I run a program called Freedom from Psoriasis. Why? I myself was down with psoriasis for 25 odd years. I'm not a doctor, as I said. I'm not a Hakim, neither in Vaidya also. I'm just a person like you who had been deprived of a lot of things in my life. Right? I was deprived of wearing a t-shirt and a short. That was my biggest desire in my life when I was down with psoriasis. Can you believe that? I have a video on my YouTube channel. I went very emotional on that. But that is what the smallest of a desire for other people who wouldn't even imagine that could be a desire of someone. It's just so easy for people to wear a t-shirt and a short and walk in the public. But that was my biggest desire in my last of those 25 years, right? And for the past 4 years, I have reversed it and I'm free from it and happy and right here being helpful to people to help their reversing their psoriasis. Okay, I thought I got it from mother. I understood that from 1992 when I got it, I was just about 20 years old that time, right? Or 20 odd years old, right? I thought it is genetic. I thought I got from my mother who had psoriasis also, but she's age 75. She doesn't have psoriasis now, right? And I thought that it is all because of that, and I was carrying all those kind of notions in my mind, and because so you read those kind of things. Now there is internet. That was told by my then the doctor when I was visiting in 1992, right? That time my doctor told me that it's genetic, so it is going to be like this. You'll have to, but we will manage somehow with all this rubbish kind of antibiotics and the paste. But I never used them, so it was always there in my mind that it is not going to go off because it is going to be it is genetic, means it is inherited, it is going to be there with you and all this nonsense, and it is not possible to get out of this. So when you are so firm into your mind, drill down to your conscious subconscious mind, and you live with that kind of thing, you go on, you move on, right, in your life, and you just start living the way it is. What's possible, what's not possible doesn't matter, right? Just goes on doing it. Life comes in, life takes over. Everything was going on. So, right, we got married in 2002, right? And I had told everything to my wife before I got married that I had got psoriasis also. And I don't know how much did they understand what the impact was of being down with psoriasis, because until 2004, we didn't have a baby. We were childless. And both of us loved children very much, right? And for 2 years, we didn't have any family planning kind of an kind of thing also. We wanted a child as soon as we got married, right? So it did happen in 2004. We were in Jaipur. I had come down for a project in Jaipur that time. So we visited a gynecologist, and she told us to do all these tests, and we went with the test reports there. She ruled out my problem with my wife. She said your wife is 100% okay, and she saw my report and she pulled her chair back. I'd seen my report before giving it to her. So you know those, right? There are the spectrum which is there. What is required? What is the required thing, and what you are presently at. So those ranges are given there, and I knew something was wrong, right? But I didn't knew that it is so wrong. He said, Anand, the problem is your sperm count is like 2 and 3, and it should have been in millions, right? It should have been millions, and it's about 2 and 3 now. So she said, sorry, you cannot father for your entire life. And I don't know, it was like a slap on my face right in front of my doctor gave me. I felt so guilty about it. I started feeling so guilty that I pulled my wife also into this. Now she already had seen a person with psoriasis. Now this. Now how many years is it going to be like this? And the most thing which we required, right, are people who have got children just in about within a year or 2 years of the marriage will not understand what I'm trying to tell you here. The pain is different being a childless thing. It's totally different being, and that all started impacting my psoriasis also, right? So we never had a really married romantic life. So I was isolated. I was depressed. A very few friends which I had. Romantic life was like nil, right? Whatever we were doing just doing for the child. 2005, 2006, we were in Calcutta. We did that IVF, ICSI, everything we did, and nothing worked. Everything failed, and it was all a mess. I had to leave my job. Fast forwarding it, we were blessed with uh, my baby girl, right? My baby daughter who's there now. She's 12 years old. We were blessed with her in 2009. Only when we decided to live a totally different life in 2008. In Jan 2008, right? In Jan 2007, I lost my father also. In Jan 2008, what happened is we really went to a temple, and we actually begged to God that we didn't want to really go behind the child now, right? And we just started living a totally different life as if nothing has happened. Right? In July, my wife was here in Hubli. We were here for my father's first death anniversary, all the rituals which were happening. And I went back to Calcutta. We were in Calcutta at that time. And 14th of August, my wife calls me up and says that I have been to a doctor. And the doctor tells me that she's pregnant. And she called me up, and it was like we didn't know what was all happening down here. We were afraid that how many days this is going to go on. But by God's grace, everything well went. I know in 2009, 24th March, a beautiful baby daughter was born. She's 12 years old now, and we started traveling around with her. I still had psoriasis, but the joyful days were there now. So we were not very concerned about my psoriasis which is there. We started traveling. We were in Africa, Eastern Europe. We traveled all those places with my baby also. And 2012, the day came in where my boss told me to start working from Sweden. I said I cannot work. It's a cold country, and I had to leave my job. So I left my job. I came down here in Hubli. I started a dairy farm, right? And we had dairy farm. We had milk. So I started working onto that milk. I was already into a research mode because of the sperm count issues and the psoriatic issues. So I was searching a lot, researching a lot. I was already following a lot of doctors, a lot of scientists, a lot of hakim, a lot of everyone, every kind of thing, spiritual gurus and all those. I was traveling. I was doing in that because that's just to find my peace and the solution to the psoriasis and the sperm count issues. Right? For myself, I was doing it, and with doing so, I was following a few people who were relating to the same thing which I was really looking to, because I wanted to come into a product called probiotic milk, right? So when I was searching for probiotic milk, it started eventually making me relate to my gurus who are now as BM Hegde and Dr. Bruce Lipton also, right? And everyone was talking about the same thing. They said, if you have to get that right, not the product, but if you have to get your psoriasis right, if you have to get your health right, if you have to get your XYZ right, whatever has gone wrong into your body, Everything was only one thing. If you get that one thing right, then you are set right. What was that one thing? It's all about your gut and your gut microbiome. Right? What's gut? Whatever from your tongue to an animal, that's called a gut tract. And what is the gut? Is your large intestine. The major part of the large intestine, the large intestine, and a small part of your smaller intestine. And what are the gut microbiomes? Gut microbiomes are the good and the bad bacteria. Okay, if you get that balance right, if you get your gut health right, everything on this earth for you, for your health will be 100% right. Let it be anything. Okay, I'll talk about that in detail, but this is what I got discovered with when I started following all these people, and then I came up with that product. Eventually, to understand that it is not genetic and it's only epigenetic. What is epigenetic? What the things which you're surrounded with? It's your environment, right? It's called epigenetic. Whatever, and your DNA can be modified in that epigenetic kind of thing. Okay, knowing this changed my entire life. So I just believed, and so because they believed more in me, I started believing 100% down there, just blindfolded, understanding this is the right process and this is the right thing. I never heard of this kind of thing. Has to be natural, 100%. There should be no side effects, no side effects at all, because it's natural. I'd seen that side effects, what happens with an antibiotic that I was taking, right? So I made a decision, and that was the key. Making a decision at that point was 100% for me, because with people with psoriasis, they are difficult to make decisions. They don't take decisions very fast because they're afraid of what is going to hamper this psoriasis or not, and that becomes a way of life for them also. In everything, every aspect of their life, they tend to become a little bit of a non-decision makers. Right? I'm not blaming you, but this happens with this because it's not into your skin; it is onto your psychology. Okay, so I got over this. I went over this. I got over this psoriasis in 1 year's time, which I showed you the pictures also. But this event gave me my purpose of life. What was that event? Okay, while reversing my psoriasis in 2017, I was helping a lot of people. There was a lady whom I was helping also, and she called me up one day and she started crying when I picked up the phone. I was afraid did I suggest something wrong to her. But she said, no, it's not about the psoriasis. It's going good with psoriasis. But the problem is she was rejected for the third time for her marriage. Wow. And she was outstated from the village where she was staying, from the town also. And their community of people, they stopped talking to her. They stopped accepting her marriage proposals also. They outstayed her from that community itself. And that, I thought, in this time and era, 2017, all this can happen. It is still happening. Right? And everything of my mother started coming in front of me. Right? My mother had gone through all these things. She had psoriasis when she was in her 10th standard. I was born she got married when she had psoriasis. I was born when she had psoriasis. My brother was born when she had 1.5 years later. Not everything, because I started understanding that why our birthdays were not celebrated. Because she didn't want my friends to see that she had psoriasis, and eventually probably I'll get it. We never had my mother never had a social life. She never went for any marriages or any kind of thing, because she had psoriasis. She had the social stigma going along with that. So I started understanding that time. So shamefully, after about how many years? 30, 40 years of my 40 years, like 43 years of my life, I started understanding that my mother's life could have been so difficult in that manner. Understanding this lady, I will not name this lady, but then I made this statement, like I never wanted a mother, father, brother, sister, son, daughter, anyone to go through this, and no one wanted to go through this psoriasis kind of thing. And I didn't want anyone to go through this pain of what it goes through. So I came up with this program because I was documenting everything which I was going through, what I did for my own psoriasis. And I run a program now. And after spending 15 lakh rupees, that was another pain. Why would anyone spend, when I see in my program people spending fraction of that, literally fraction of this to come out of psoriasis, I spent a boom of that kind of money, that kind of thing. And when I see that, and I didn't want anyone to spend, because this disease is not worth spending this amount of money. It is, none of the diseases are like that. None of the diseases. It's an industry. It's a medical industry which is trying to do that to you people, right? So I didn't never wanted anyone to even go to this extent. A lot of people could not have the. I had the privilege to spend this because I was earning that kind of money. But a lot of people don't have this privilege also, and no one should do it also. Literally, no one should do it, right? And yes, I spent some money on getting myself trained also onto this, and getting this trainings and understanding and getting that mentorship also. I paid for all those kind of things, right? And I made a mission that I transform 100,000 people minimum to work, to people to live a happy, healthy, psoriasis-free, and a prosperous lifestyle. I made my mission. I found my purpose. I'm very happily doing it because I love doing it. I love seeing people coming out of psoriasis. I love this. I love that smile when they call me and tell me that, they keep it. A lot of people keep it as a secret for a long time. I'll tell Anand one day, because I makes people mission down that you will do it. And when they come and tell me, and tell me on my inner circle call that, I want to show you something, Anand. Sometimes I get afraid that it has gone increased or what. No, but when they show me, and it's like, wow, what a transformation. Imagine. It's such a relief for me to see it. It could be such a big relief for that person to going through that. Right? It's my mission. It's my people's mission in my community. It could be your mission also. Once you come onto it, if you want to do that, you can do it. Turn it into a service. Turn your pain into a service. That's your purpose of life. That's what I was taught. What is the purpose of life? Turn your pain into a service. That's your purpose. Okay? That was just a tip. So let me go through the understanding making you again. The cost of ignoring psoriasis could be more than 10 to 15 lakh rupees. It could be $20,000 to $25,000. Right? 10 to 15 lakh rupees, including some of your side effects which you will gather along your journey, because with your antibiotics and biologicals and all this nonsense which is going to happen, right? And because all those hormonal disbalances which will happen because of all these antibiotics which you're going to take it, and probably steroids which are going to be pushed into your body, right? So this is the cost of ignorance. Ignorance cost of psoriasis is 10 to 15 lakh rupees or $20,000 to $25,000. Right? The results have been very fantastic. Which the day I started this program, even while I'm recording this training also, right? I showed you 180 odd people are out in freedom, living their lifestyle of freedom. Right? I call it a freedom lifestyle, because it becomes a lifestyle when you are out from psoriasis. Everything starts changes because of that. It's not only psoriasis, but we get to the word, your mindset, your financial health, your relationship with your spouse, your mother, everyone around, everything, your friends, everything starts changes, right? And there are a lot of people who are already coming out of psoriasis. Some of them have, these are the interviews, there are a lot of them. I'll make you listen to one of them, probably if time permits, let's see. And these are same principles. There's no change. There are some, changes which are, a person to person requires a lot of other things to do it. But the principle is the same. The governing principle of this program is the same, which I keep it. And everyone is using the same principle, though the program is customized for everyone, right? The principles are the same. And the results are little bit varying in time, right? Some people's takes about 45 days also, right? Tawfiq, the first one which is in the list, is 45 days. No medication, only on diet, which I told him. Only lifestyle changes, which I told him to do it. A lot of other people are also only on medicines, or probably only on diet also, or both of them they do it. The results are fantastic. And what is the strategy? It's just to follow, implement, and get results. You just have to follow the way it has been given there in my program. You implement that, and you get results. It's as simple as that. Okay? Because you can do this because you are in a community. You will be, you will get that motivation from the community, from me, who will be hand holding you into this also, right? As I told you, I made this training for 3 critical secrets of psoriasis. What are the three critical secrets? Psoriasis reversing lies in your own hands and not the allopathic medicines, and they cannot do anything for psoriasis. It is in your own hands. The second one is the mind role in reversing psoriasis. The mind, the role of reversing psoriasis. The third is psoriasis is not a skin ailment at all. Okay? It is not a skin ailment. Let me show you why I'm saying so. So why is gut health so important? I told you about the gut and the gut microbiome. So it's like an ecological balance. It's like an ecological balance of the earth. Ecological balance of the earth is by its fauna and the flora. The ecological balance of our gut and the gut health and the gut microbiome is through your gut microbiomes health, gut microbiomes refarming and your gut health. It's the same thing which I told about the earth's ecological balance is through your fauna and the flora. The same way, your gut's ecological balance, your body and your body's ecological balance is through your gut health and is through your gut microbiome. So, my friends, you farm your gut because it's your gut. How many people have used my gut feeling, that phrase? Have you realized what were you talking about? Right? So farm your gut. Farming of your gut will only get your health much better. So how do you farm that gut and all those things? Just wait, I'll tell you more, right? So how does the mind play a role into reversing your psoriasis? Your mind plays a role in reversing your psoriasis. How? Because scientifically, I'm talking about, yes, there are emotionally, which I'll talk about. Scientifically, there's something called gut-brain axis. There is a connection between your gut and your brain, and that's the reason your gut is called your second brain. And the connection between your gut and the brain is through a vein called vagus nerve. A nerve called vagus nerve. This one, okay? That vagus nerve is the one nerve which goes right from your brain till your gut. It lands in your gut, and on its way from your brain to the gut, it touches each and every organ of your body, right? Gets its impulses which is happening around or surrounding, which is trying to get out from your eyes, your ears, your thyroid, your skin, because your skin also has small antennas, so they are receptors. They're telling what is going around into your environment, right? Your heart, your lungs, everything is connected to the vagus nerve, and then it ends up into your gut. So that's the connection which is there between the gut and the brain. Though the mind is not in the brain, right? That's a different subject. I need not talk about that now here. But the emotions are. Though the mind is not in the brain. Mind is not in the brain. That's a different subject I'll talk about, right? But emotions are. Emotions are through that. So the gut generates the emotions, the responses. What creates the responses? See, now that vagus nerve brings on all the signaling down to your gut, and the gut creates that response, right? Let it be fear, let it be your anger, could be your anxiety, could be something bitter which you have eaten, or probably spicy which you have eaten. Whatever reaction is going to happen, or there is cold, there is hot, it's hot outside, it's cold outside, there's no snow, it is stormy, it is raining. All those senses which are there are collected by your other different organs which are connected to it, bring it to the vagus nerve, and brings it down to your central nervous system, to your gut, and the gut creates that response through farming your gut microbiome, creating those different microbiomes. It creates that response and gives it back to the body to adjust it to the environment which is there surrounding to it, or it has captured. Okay, so that's the importance of your gut brain axis. Okay, because your moods also are through your gut itself. The way your gut is healthy, the way your gut is farmed properly, the way your gut microbiomes are farming, the number of gut and bad bacteria balance is proper, because 70% of your secretin is produced into your gut in itself, which creates your moods, creates or breaks your moods. Okay, so that's responsible for your moods, and that is created in your gut in itself. What creates it? The gut microbiome creates it. So GBA, another way to look at it also, Bruce Lipton. The picture which you see in front is Dr. Bruce Lipton, one of my mentors also. So he says your life is a blueprint of your first 7 years of your life. What does it mean? It means that whatever happens in the first 7 years of your life is your programmed life. You get programmed at your birth. Your belief, your looks, the way you behave, your habits, your everything. You name it, it starts happening the first 7 years, starts getting imprinted in your subconscious mind, and that is the thing which you live 90% of the time now also. So your beliefs, your fears are all from your first 7 years, right? Can you change it? Of course you can change it. Life has everything in it, but you only see what your perception allows you to see. What do you see? Through your perception. So if you change your perception, you change your habits. If you change your habits, you change your belief system. And then the thing starts changing in. So it's reprogramming your mind. How do you reprogram? Is reprogramming through your belief systems, through your gut microbiome, because they create your responses through your gut microbiome. Is it not? Right? Okay. So that's one which is there. And the third secret is psoriasis is not a skin ailment. Psoriasis is not a skin ailment. Sorry. Okay, so what is it? The root cause is your food habits and your medicines which are popping up like poppins every day. For your antacid, for your painkillers, everything is causing your gut and your gut microbiome go for a toss, right? Because it contains chemicals into it, your gut microbiomes are getting tossed, your gut lining, which is called the lumen, also goes for a toss, right? And there are toxic starts which building up into your body, into your gut, into your intestine, and that starts creating a traffic jam everywhere into your body itself, right? That's into your arteries, into your lungs, into your kidney, and that's the reason you get all this spectrum of autoimmune diseases, which are the same reason, and the root cause is the same, which is the toxic built up, and the way the toxins cannot be put out from your body because something has gone weak. What is that gone? Okay, again back to the autoimmune disorders. Your thyroid is also autoimmune disorder. Your bones, rheumatoid arthritis, psoriatic arthritis is an autoimmune disorder. Your muscle pains, your skin, eczema, lupus, dermis, psoriasis, all the same, right? IBS, GI tract infection, blood, BP, sugar, and then your multiple synapses from your brain is the same. Everything, varicose veins, the same reason. The root cause is the same. They're all termed into this big bucket, which is called as an autoimmune disease bucket, right? The one which they don't understand, the modern science doesn't understand, they put everything into the autoimmune disease, right? Which is not the case at all. It is rubbish. There's nothing like autoimmune disease. Okay, so toxic build-up happens, and then the removal of those toxins, the capacity of removing these toxins is determined by the liver, because liver is a toxin remover. Liver is determines the metabolism of the body also, because liver produces blood, right? And liver produces an enzyme called bile for your digestion also, right? So through this liver has 4 arms. It uses 4 arms to detoxify your body. What are those 4 arms? One is your lungs, second is your large intestine, the colon which is there, the third is your skin. Skin is your major detoxifier and the largest organ of your body, and fourth is your kidneys. Now supposing one of them, of these 4, or 2 of them are not performing properly to the capacity, the load gets transferred. The detoxification load gets transferred. The body has to remove that. So it starts removing. Now let's say the kidneys are not properly functionally, or I'm not saying functional, it's the capacity, not the functional test. Do not do LFT, liver functional test. I'm not saying that. Capacity of detoxification is not happening right through all the 4 channels. Then the load gets transferred onto one of them. In psoriasis, the load of detoxification has been transferred onto the skin. That's the reason what is coming out from your skin is toxic, because the other channels are clogged, are not performing properly to the capacity. So it is not B12, it is not T12, it is not a regeneration of a cycle of your rebirth of your cycle, it is not genetics, it is not nothing. It's all rubbish. It is just detoxification which has to happen, and because the microbiomes have to create that response, and that response is created by through the blood which forms the microbiomes, and the blood is created by the liver. Everything has to be synchronized properly, and that's what will make you out of psoriasis. Okay, so liver produces the blood and hence the microbiomes also, right? That's the reason. Psoriasis is not a skin ailment. It is the root cause is from this. The toxics and the capacity of removing the toxic is from your gut microbiome, because that has to create that response of reversing, taking out the toxins from your body, right? Hence, you have to create all those right things in your body, synchronize all of that in the right time. It is not only doing one. It is not only doing your lungs, getting your breathing right. It is not that. You have to synchronize all of those 4 channels, detoxification channels of your body. So how does it work? Change in you changes everything. If you don't change yourself, right? If you don't start changing yourself, nothing will change in you. Okay? Do what you can best control. Do not do everything. Even in my program, I don't tell people to do everything in their life. I tell them to do the best what's possible and do those 10 top things or the 5 top things in them. Do the best what you can control, right? And baby steps at a small time. Don't do everything in the world at the same time. Small steps. Let it take 15 days. Let it take 21 days. Let it take 30 days. But small steps will bring you to a certain level, because you need to give your body a treat also. It has to be treated properly. So make it achieve small steps, get it a small reward kind of thing, and then it will allow you to do the next one. Right? So these are techniques of doing it. These are techniques of being consistent. These are techniques of doing all these things, habitual changes which happen. Right? And all those things are in the program which I do. And what happens after you get off psoriasis? You can become more confident in your life. You can wear whatever you want. You can become socially again. You can go and swim in the swimming pool or on the beach. Right? Your financial status improves. You will stop spending all those medical things, and stop thinking of your medical expenses which you are going to incur because of your psoriasis. When you stop doing that, your financial frequency, your money frequency starts changing. Then you start earning money and living a good lifestyle. So when you start that shift into your mind, your financial things starts changing. You're not earning for your medical purpose. You are earning for your better lifestyle purpose now, right? So your relationship recovers. You become very strong. You know 100% how to get healthy now. For other things also, discipline, consistent. You become more compassionate. You become more giving karma. Your karma increases. Your giving karma also increases, and more things happen, right? And there's a lot of negativity which is there. It's an autoimmune disease. This is not curable. You have to live for life like this. I have already wasted a lot of money. It doesn't work like that. All this negativity will still be there, right? You still have to overcome all those things. I don't have time to look at it. You just have to manage it. I have a quick fix. I can't do it. I don't have a stable mind. I give up very fast in my life. It goes on and on and on and on and on. Never stops. Your negativity builds up so big against what you really can do. So there's a reason you stop taking actions to it, right? And start determining everything which you see and people are trying to pull out money from you. And you stop taking action because you say that I have spent so much of it, I don't know this is going to be right or wrong. So you stop taking actions from there. But for that reason, you need to understand what is right and wrong. Take a piece of paper, write what has gone wrong because of one one decision which you take, one method or one program which you take and didn't work for you, make a list of all those things, see what didn't work, right? So, and you don't do those mistakes again, right? The new things will happen. Don't worry about them. But at least the listed down which you know didn't work. At least don't do that. Don't look for a program which is not going to give you this. At least, right? So what should you do? Right? Do not go for quick fixes. Do not go for short-term fixes. Look for holistic fixes and not for local fixes. Not a cream kind of application. As I told you, it will not work. Do things what you love to do. This is a blueprint of my program, right? Which is the mindset. First is the mindset training, then the habit detox, which is there, then the preparation days, which is happen, lifestyle and eat right thing, which continues down there, recovery days, and maintenance day. This is the blueprint. These are 3 secrets which I wanted to share with you today, so that you can also start reversing your psoriasis. Not only psoriasis, but all that's stuck because of psoriasis. Okay, just to summarize, here are the 3 secrets. Reversing your psoriasis lies in your own hands, and allopathic medicines cannot do or take care of it. Mind's role in reversing your psoriasis, and psoriasis is not a skin ailment. Do you not believe that? Did I prove that? Did I make that shift in your mind? Right? Now, you have 2 options. So what are those 2 options? One option, you just stay as it, don't do anything, go all alone, take multiple failures again, fail multiple times, get depressed again, right? And spend tons of money again, going over and over, and spend more than 5 to 10 hours, 10 years of your life going around. You will eventually find it somewhere about 5-10 years down the line, but you will be spending that much amount of time there, right? And lose faith again, running from pillar to post and help situation and feel frustrated for it. Or option 2, which I also took when I was offered this, right? Learn from those people who have done this. Learn the proven system which is working for 99% of my people in my program and which is giving 100% result kind of thing, right? Start now and give yourself a chance for once, for yourself. Believe in something and take a decision, only then things work. I told you about making a list of things which didn't work from your earlier program. And if this is a reverse of that, then please take a plunge. Okay? What if in the next 30 days, things will start changing in you and everything in that you see a brand new lifestyle for yourself? What if? Okay? I want to give people watching this video access to my exclusive psoriasis reversing program called Freedom from Psoriasis. I want to give that to you people. But for that, you need to qualify now, right? The qualification happens by applying for this program, right? So what do you get in this program? Let me tell you. So you get all these things which I have. I don't have only one membership now. I have only one level of, and it's a one solid treatment which happens from Psoriasis Freedom Blueprint to detox days to your Psoriasis Freedom Challenge, to the herbal medicines which are there, through the community call which happens every Thursday at 7 p.m. and a one-to-one call which is going to be one-to-one like this with me, which is where we are going to curate your process into your psoriasis freedom journey, and it is going to be what you call for you. It is not one fit for all. It is not a one fit for all kind of a thing. So how does it work on? So you need to watch the videos which I give it to you. Attend my weekly calls which are there at 7. Everyone from this community comes on there, shares. We have a Q&A there, shares their experience. We talk there, right? You book a one-to-one call with me where we actually customize your journey also, and then I induct you into the journey, take you, handhold you into this, and then we go one by one slowly on a baby step onto the journey of reversal. Read the information mails, detox, motivational mails which come, listen to the evening visualization technique which I tell you to do it, and take the suggested herbal medicines and get out of psoriasis. Freedom from psoriasis, right? It's not one fit for all. It is going to be customizable for everyone, but the principle still remains the same. So whom is it for? Freedom from psoriasis is for all those people who have psoriasis, all types, any inverse, whatever the beautiful names what they have given, psoriatic arthritis, eczema, any other skin and skin autoimmune disorders. For any of those people, this program is for them, okay? And do not ever try on yourself for reversing your psoriasis. Taking care of your gut and the gut microbiome without taking care of your gut, without taking care of your gut microbiome with the gut-brain axis formula. Do not ever try this. You need only, this is the only way out. There is no other way out of psoriasis. Why? Because you will waste a lot of time and money, and you will be in a pain and thinking and overthinking again. Why me? Haven't you thought, why me? And why isn't it going away now? This happens in if you start doing it by yourself. I have done it myself, dear. I understand. I've gone through this pain. I've gone through this process. That's the reason I'm telling it from my experience. I had been through this pain for 25 odd years. I kept aside some time to speak to you personally about how can I help you to reverse your psoriasis. Okay? You need to book a call, and the cost for this call is going to be absolutely free. Okay? So this is the link below. There's a link below also. You can click on that link. It will take you to the Calendly where you can book your call, take your time slot, and then you can come on a call and chit chat and have a nice understanding about your health, and the psoriatic condition also. But for that, you need to apply now. That's an application which is going to take you there. There are a set of questions which are there. There are a lot of people who are getting out of psoriasis. Don't worry about it. Do not doubt that if you can do it or not. If all these people can do it, you yourself can do it also. And I'm there. I'm there to handhold you. There's a community of people who are there to handhold you. There is no fear left of when you are in the program. Do not doubt yourself. I'm trying to tell you again, please. Okay? So, what happens after you book a call? You will get a confirmation of the mail with a Zoom link. Right? It's going to be a Zoom call. At the selected date and time, we will chat on a Zoom call after you about your psoriasis and your overall health, which is there. If you're a right fit for our coaching program, then we will let you know the additional details about my Freedom from Psoriasis program. If I find you a right fit, if I can give you a solution, if I can help you out, right, I need to analyze that. Only then I can induct you into the program. So we will do that onto the call, right? And we will do that, and I'll share you the additional details about the program and all when we talk on the call there. Okay? Till then, I'll see you. And as I said, there are two options. There are two options or two paths. The first path is which you can do all that things which you want to do when you get out of psoriasis, wearing whatever clothes you want, more confident, your financial status going up, you can go and swim in a pool, all those kind of things, your relationship, everything, staying healthy and all those kind of things. The other thing is you can still stay where you are, depressed, deprived, feeling frustrated, always having excuses for yourself, not making decisions. You feel that why am I not in this position kind of thing. And why me, and why me, and why me. We'll go on and go on and on. So this is the second path. It's up to you. Which path do you want to choose? There are two ways. It's up to you. Which way do you want to go? Okay? So that's me, Anand Tarkot. Thank you very much for being here. And thank you for listening to this video and training. But please decide and take a decision. Only decisions will matter. Otherwise, nothing will work, nothing will be there, and you will be staying in the same position. So choose your path amongst which path you want to go, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye.